Welcome back to Dragon Quest VIII. Well, we are in the casino and I have about 600,000 tokens. Honestly, yeah, 601,000. It took me about half an hour to get them all, to be honest. It's really easy, and you can use quick save exactly the same way as a normal save, which I didn't know at all. So I was literally just saving in front of the roulette table, just restarting every time I lost, and then starting again every time I won. But I think we should have enough money for everything, and the first thing is the Gringham Whip, which I'm pretty sure is the best whip in the game. Straight away. Like, we're probably only just like halfway through the game lengthwise, but we've already got the best weapon in the game. Being that, I don't think there are any upgrades. We also want, I think, probably 6 sets of liquid metal armor. I'll get 5 for now, and then just give 1 to everyone in the party. And, okay, yeah, the rest go in the bag. We also want 2 Falcon Blades, absolutely, for both me and Angelo. They are, again, the best swords in the game, and we've got them already. Right, to rearrange that. Oh, I've got both of them. I probably need to put the Sabercat thing back in. So that's for both me and Angelo, and we can also, just as a decent upgrade, we'll get this Gothic Marta. And that can only go to me. And I think with that, we are done. So, with all those liquid metal slime armors, we are pretty much invulnerable to everything we've fought so far. It's just finding, yeah, like even better than Alistair's armor, which was a huge upgrade in the last episode. You can see just how much this difference makes. It's like plus 70. Jess is a little bit lower because she's already got Dragon Rogue from Mori's place. That's about plus 80 for Angelo. And then again, a massive upgrade from Mori as well. And I think that's, I know we need to do Falcon Blade to Angelo. But yeah, I mean, even that's a plus 1 thing. But essentially it's plus 150 because he hits twice now. But yeah, ridiculous upgrades already. But now we can move on with the story. So we sort of messed about a bit in the last episode, going back and doing all the bits we'd missed so far. But we are now hunting, since Dormagus died, Jess picked up the scepter and went evil. And we can now pretty much reason, I mean we saw Dormagus' backstory in the last episode. We can reason that Dormagus wasn't the bad guy at all, and the scepter is the real evil. This Lord of Darkness Rapthorn, which a lot of the Dark Ruins things, like all the paintings and stuff in there, was dedicated to this Lord Rapthorn, but we've got no idea who it is really. We kind of know Rapthorn's voice from like both the times when Jess and Dormagus had that kind of double voice, the one raspier and higher pitched one. We can kind of reason that that is Rapthorn. But in 2 episodes ago, the right, it's fine bomb as well. Let's give that back to me. The scepter was picked up by Domenico's dog, Sir Leopold, barely remember now. And we're chasing it north, got no idea where it's gone, so we're just going to have to continue out of Arcadia until we find something. And for me personally, this is kind of, the chapter we're going to see in this episode is really where the game gets, like, really good. Like, I think this is still my favourite game of all time. And I think earlier on in the game it seems like very kind of childish, this game. But the amount of kind of death and the characters sticking together. Oh, that's the one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to go and see Medea at the start of this episode. I've forgotten again. I'm going to have to stay at the inn on the way through. Get another scene out of that. But yeah, it's the fact that the characters, the fact that they stick together out of sort of necessity, but sort of they trust. I feel like at this point in the game, the characters trust each other more than anyone else in the game. This is the characters in the party I'm talking about. Like, Jess, to start with, joined you just because she wanted to avenge Dormagus and just because we were good warriors. But I feel like now that we've rescued her, she's got a closer kinship with both us and even Angelo, because we both came after her. Medea scene? Yeah.
Congratulations!
Oh yeah.
Champion of the Monster Arena. What a wonderful achievement.
Thank you.
I must say, that statue of you does look rather dashing. The sculptor is clearly an admirer of yours. And I understand Mori has decided to accompany us on our travels.
He has.
He obviously thinks very highly of you too. I had no idea that he had built the Monster Arena expressly to find someone more skilled at monster battling than himself. What a wonderful dream to have fulfilled. How about you? Do you have a dream?
I don't think I do at the moment.
Well, when all of this is over, you must be sure to pursue it. And should I ever be rid of this curse, I would like nothing more than to help you. It would be my way of saying thank you for all the many times you've helped me.
Just very sweet. I'm pretty sure that scene in particular was put in for the 3DS version. I mean, the stuff about Mori joining you is definitely 3DS version. Her voice does sound different in that one. I think it is the same actress. I think it's still Victoria Chalet. But I don't know, the tone seemed to go up and down in that particular scene. It's kind of weird. But right, so we're going to follow the path and... yeah. Madeira's asking the big questions there. Do you have a dream? I don't think I do at the moment. It's one of those weird places to be in life where you're not really aiming towards anything. You kind of end up just milling around. Not really sure, but anyway. I'm going to get too deep in this episode again. I think we have found our path. It's the first time we've come up here. Okay, it's a cave. Huge dog just came bounding through. Right, that's Leopold. His eyes were burning red. Had a great big stick in its mouth. That is our... oh, that's our man. That's our dog. And, oh dear, straight away we are moving into a land of cold. The screen just went very blue as well. Look at that for an effect. Slightly unrealistic, I think, but that is very cool.
It's almost too cold to bear. But if we don't retrieve the scepter, Medea and I may never return to normal. We'll just have to grin and bear it. Let's keep pushing on. At least moving might help us to warm up a little.
We can only hope. Alright, let's keep marching forward. And the game's gone silent on us. There's no music now. It seems very kind of chilling, this little part of the game. Got some new monsters as well. I think I will catch up on those a little bit later. This will be after the episode. Right. I think we're going to get a cutscene and... we have Mori with us. He's the only one... I don't think they really coded him for this.
Put up with being in a freezing place like this. It's all Magus' fault.
He's dead, sir.
He's dead now. So, I suppose it's that Leo what's-his-name's fault. I don't know. A dog of all things. Oh. Oh, stop your whinging, Grandad. It ain't as if we've got a sweat on, you know. Just get on with it. I beg your pardon? How uncalled for! I don't see why I shouldn't be able to say whatever I please. You've no right to talk to me like that. No right at all. I'm absolutely livid. Livid, I tell you. I'm going on ahead.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of an extreme reaction. Just when I said the characters really trust each other at this point, they are fed up with each other again. Oh dear. Avalanche? Uh-oh. Is that for us or Trode? Well, we're dead. And that's the end of Dragon Quest VIII. R.I.P. hero. Oh, hello. It's a dog. Hello. Who's that then? Well, at least you're alive. Where are we? Closing the door of its tail. Nice. Right. Let's have a little explore. I mean, there's 4 beds there. Did we all stay here? I mean, there's 5 of us now. Which doesn't really add up anymore. This is the earliest you can get Mori in the game, by the way. So they aren't really coded him properly to be fully included in the story at this point. He's just sort of milling around on his own. We'll chat to him first. Okay, so... I mean, he's just kind of here. Again, I said in the last episode, he's more bonus character number 1 than he is character number 5. He's introduced for gameplay purposes more than story purposes, which... I don't know, kind of a shame. Maybe they could have done more with him, but... I don't know, he's just kind of there. Like, these are the 4 main characters, really. Right, chat to Jess as well. Ask for some nookgrass tea. Yangus, what do you think? Granny over there. Yeah, she'll snake those up. Okay, so we're being rescued by this lady. Nice of her.
That dog over there is called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow.
Dug us out.
What a dog. He's a lot more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells a bit better too.
Wow, bro. We agree. No, I have faith in my king. I disagree, Angelo.
I heard that, Angelo. More use than a certain king, you say? How dare you? Honestly, who do you think called for the dog's help in the first place?
I knew it, sir. Oh well. And there's Boris. See, I mean, the thing about the characters trusting each other more, I think they do inherently trust each other, but they do very well at hiding it. It's sort of not a conversation you want to have out loud, how much they kind of depend on each other at this point in the game. Right, this is the lady that saved us. Marta. Thinking it should warm you up nicely. Okay.
Please sit by the fire and warm your bones. I will bring you some of my milk grass tea.
Okay. Sounds fine to me. Mori just in the background still.
Please, drink. This nook grass tea will keep you warm even in the bitter cold of the snowy land.
How terribly kind of you. First you save us from the avalanche, then you put us up for the night, and now you warm our innards. Now that's what I call hospitality.
And what's really amazing is that you helped a weird old monster like him in the first place.
You loathsome lowlife. You of all people have no right to call me weird.
These two, at it again.
It is true that his appearance is a little unusual. But when you get to my age, you learn not to judge a horse by its harness.
Well,
And of course, I would help anyone who was in trouble so far from civilization.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but why do you live all the way out here on your own?
Of course I do not mind, dear. There is an old ruin behind my house. My ancestors have looked after it generation after generation. It is a family duty. But that will all end with me. I have no one to follow in my footsteps when my life is finished.
Really? It must be pretty tough living on your own like this, duty or no duty.
It is comfortable enough. I have lived here since I was a child, so it is not a hardship. Besides, to live life is not to walk through a meadow. And from time to time, people get lost here in the mountains like you, so I am not lonely. And I always have Boris to keep me company.
a lot of little life lessons in what she says. Life is not a meadow to walk through. What's that? I can't even remember now. It was one sentence ago.
On the subject of dogs, we have
yeah.
something to ask you, Marta. This will sound a bit strange, but we're pursuing a big black dog, and we heard that he might have been headed in this direction. There's a good chance he may have come this way. Have you seen anything?
No, I am sorry. The only dog I know about is big old Boris over there. Sorry I cannot be of more help. You should ask where there is a lot of people. If you go down the mountain and go to the north, you will come to a town called Orkutsk. Maybe someone will know something there.
Ah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Right then, chaps, there's no time to lose.
Oh, yo. If you are hasty, others will only be amused. That is an old saying here. One should not be so eager to go back out into the blizzard. The night is coming. Why don't you rest here? I am sure the blizzard will be gone by morning, so you can leave for Orkutsk then.
Yes.
That's good to know.
Wise words, my good woman. Very well, we shall rest here for the night.
Well, there we go. A cheeky night in for free. take that. And with that, I think we are off in the morning. Oh, hang on, what about Medea?
Go north from the bottom of the mountain, and you will come to Orkutsk. Please be careful on your journey.
By George!
Is he remembered? Yes, he has.
Princess! Are you all right? Were you cold in the night?
Forgive me, but I must ask you a favor.
Okay,
If
anything.
you meet with a man called Marek in Orkutsk, please give this to him.
What is it? Just Marta's bag. No, we'll happily do that.
Probably working with herbs like I am. I would be grateful if you could give him that bag. Spasibo. Thank you.
No worries. There we go. Medea's okay. Thank the heavens.
Right then! Off to Orkutsk! Toodly bye!
There we go. And we wave goodbye to Marta. So, is that our first kind of good character in the game that is of no further consequence? We shall have to see, but we're heading off to Orkutsk, and again, this is one of the few towns in the game that I actually know and can work out what it's based on. It's based off Yakutsk in Russia, which is the coldest city in the world, I believe. Don't really know the average temperature, but yeah. I think there's a few places in the game that are based off Russia. I think there was a Volgograd in Dragon Quest VII. I'm going the wrong way. There was a Volgograd in Dragon Quest VII, I think, which I don't really remember because I only played that game once before thinking, what a load of rubbish. But yeah, Yakutsk. I've got no idea what the hottest city in the world is. Is there a city in Death Valley in California? Or maybe Africa or Middle East? I don't know. Unfortunately, I do not know all the facts in the world, which is a fact that in itself annoys me. I want to know everything, but I don't. But here we are. There is the ice archway of Orkutsk. In we go.
Well, it seems we've arrived in Orkutsk at last.
Oh, it's took about, what, 20 seconds?
And that look grass really is quite marvellous. I wasn't a bit cold, even in all that snow. Now we can stay outdoors as long as we like. Excellent. Well, I'll be waiting outside the town as usual. In you go.
As per. Okay. Right, in we go. And I wonder if I actually have any money at this point. I want to make even more upgrades. Because really we've got the best swords and the best whip in the game. Oh dear. Drunk man passed out on the stairs. Not a good sign. Actually, I want to go to the inn. Again, I want to catch up on Medea scenes because we've missed a few. I've been meaning to like do Medea scenes and go to the spring at the start of every episode, but I keep forgetting. I wonder if we're catching up on a few. Are we catching up on... What one's this?
Isn't it wonderful that Cash and
Oh,
Carrie
okay.
both managed to complete the
This,
trial?
again, this is one where our
Now
voice
they can
goes
work
up and down a
together
bit.
to carry on their father's business.
Doesn't quite sound
They're very
right.
close, aren't they? Beneath all the bickering, I mean. We used to fight too. Do you remember? When we were little.
Interesting. So we don't know at this point how long we've known Medea prior to the
I
curse.
always thought of you as my older brother, but now I see you more as a man. I mean, never mind. Forget I said anything. Good night.
I do love it. It's... I don't quite know how to put it into words really, but again, on this, over the past few episodes I've just been blabbering on about stuff that isn't Dragon Quest VIII, but again, referring back to the Percy Jackson books, which I'm reading in great detail at the moment, I've been flying through them at a rate of like a book every 2 days or something. Right, I do want to buy this white gold bell, which I'll stick it in the bag, but yeah, going back to that, I am a massive sucker for just like a classic love story. I like Percy Jackson in particular, they just cannot admit their feelings to each other. He likes her, but is clueless as to what she thinks about him. She does like him, but she's waiting for him to make the first move. So they're both just in a kind of stalemate, and I love that kind of slow burner thing. It's... what was the word I found the other day? Like Dragon Shield, is that... It looks like it's going to be good for Mori, although I'm not really using Mori. What about the Iron Headgear? That's, yeah, great for Mori. That's a bit cheaper, so we'll go with that for now. But yeah, I don't know what it is about just classic love story. It tickles me tockles, man. Right, we need to head in and I think we need to go from here into the central bit. Actually, there's a scene in the church I've just remembered. I quite like. Oh yeah, I remember that weapon armor shop. You have to wait until nighttime for to get weapons or armor. One's day and one's night. I'm praying over there. Looks like he's staring. Have I done something wrong? Well, let's speak to the man.
Oh dear, sister. You look so beautiful when you pray. Too beautiful.
He sounds so broken.
Dear goddess, what should a poor soul such as I do? Now I have fallen for one of your flock.
Confess. Even when you are racked with self-doubt, have faith in her divine benevolence. The goddess looks kindly upon those who take action.
He doesn't really sound like Angela, he sounds like Ishmari. I don't know if they have the same voice actor or if this is a scene where they added the voice in the 3DS version, but he doesn't sound right there.
Was that an angel? Oh, I understand. I will do exactly as you say.
There we go. Right, Angelo he's a good guy in that scene. I mean, there's very little. Angelo's interesting because I don't know to what extent the kind of what's the word, misogynistic side of him, is that the true Angelo, or is the true Angelo when he's being nice and good, and is the misogynism just a cover? It's very hard to tell, really. He's a complex fellow. Right, there is. It's a lovely snowman. Well done. Right, on the run end, there it is. I knew there was a golden slime around there somewhere, couldn't quite remember, but there we go. I'm still vaguely going through all the photos. I'm not fully caught up on the ones we've missed yet. I'll go back and do them eventually at some point. I'll get a bit more free time. I've honestly just been using all my free time reading. Like, I've been flying through like one book every 2 days or something ridiculous, which I don't know. I just get the weirdest obsessions every now and then and just have to fill all of my time on them. I haven't seen Marek recently. He's taken to bed. Okay, could be ill. I think there might be a golden slime up here actually as well. Vaguely still going towards the mini medals as well. I haven't handed in any photos or mini medals in ages, so probably owed quite a few rewards. There's a golden slime up here. Doesn't look like it. Can't see it if it is. It's a chili cheese. I haven't really been keeping up with the cheeses either. But that tension raising cheese, that one was obviously really good. That's a one-time use of like the item you get in a later game, Timbrel Attention. But yeah, the cheeses seem to be pretty good. Wolves around. Oh dear. Does not sound good. Oh, I can't remember where that golden slime is. I'll find it another time. Right, these paths, I'm pretty sure you just keep going right. Is that it? So we're looking for Marek. Honestly, I think... There we go. This is a part of the game that people just get baffled about. Again, this is like one of those classic old games where they don't fully give you enough information to go on to find what you're meant to be looking for, but I've done this, I've made the same error in a couple of playthroughs where I've gone straight to the ice cave before I've come here and realised Marek isn't here. But you do need to come here first, because otherwise you just get all the way at the cave and find there's just nothing at the bottom, and you have to come all the way back and do it again. Now you have to speak to this guy again. We didn't find Marek, no. Maybe he's with the item shop, okay. Alright, now we need to... I'm pretty sure this is one where you need to go behind the counter. No, that's not going to be it, is it? 100% not it, but... Got here anyway. Or is it? Where? Oh no, this is it. Oh, there's the golden slime. Lovely. Oh, that was very lucky. Right, I think there's only 2 golden slimes in Orkutsk. I think we got them both. There's probably loads of other photos around. I can't remember them off the top of my head, and I can't be bothered to check. Right, item shop man, have you seen Marek? He's probably at the herb garden. Cave to the northwest. Okay, right. Now we know what we're doing, so come out of here, come out of the maze. Yeah, this is a painfully difficult place to navigate, especially this underground bit. It must be this way, and then up into the left, and then there's the middle. Yeah, okay, good. I can't be bothered to explore the rest of that because I'm just going to get hopelessly lost very quickly. We did that well. Right. come out of here, zoom out of Orkutsk. And then, I might... Oh, you know what, we'll crack straight on. I'll do a Medea scene a little bit later on. I do want to go... We've probably missed loads thinking about it. There was probably one like prior to us finding Jess again. Alright, the one thing I do want to do is use that item that we bought. The white gold bell. So this, I believe, summons a white saber cap. So this is what I was misremembering from the Dragon Quest XI playthrough. I'm pretty sure this is a photo op as well. There you go. Yeah, there's a white and I think there's a black saber cap later on. They're one-time use things. But fix that camera. But there you go. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I think I like the black one more. It's, yeah, very cool. I thought they were in Dragon Quest XI for some reason, but no, they're in DQ8. Right, it should just be up to the northwest. I'll come back for all these monsters at a later point. I have no idea how far... Ooh, chest. No idea how far through the defeated monster list we are. I haven't checked in a while. But we've done a lot of the weird ones. We've done that little island that was northwest of Neos. Got all the monsters there. Alright, we're getting this guy then. And I think there's just loads of sea monsters as well. A bit. I love the artwork of these guys. Right, we're using our new weapons for the first time as well. Actually, just normal attack. And Angelo Falcon. 100 damage. I can't remember what he was doing before, but that's definitely easily diced him. Just doing 71 with a normal attack. Should say as well, the Gringham Whip I think is the only whip in the game that hits everything. So normal whips hit groups, but they don't hit everything, whereas the Gringham Whip does. Which, I mean, just easily makes it the best whip in the game. I don't think it has upgrades or anything, like alchemy upgrades. I think it is just the standalone, that's the best one. But yeah, I mean, we'll barely use Jess for normal attacks anyway. I think it is vaguely worth, if you do use whips, it's worth going for Twin Dragon Lash. I think that's probably her best whip ability, but I only ever really use her for support and spells and stuff. A beautiful fountain. Go for the chest, 3,000 gold. That would have been a chest that would have been the map in the PSD version, I think, but the 3DS version just gives you all the maps for free. Always handy. So I think this might be... Cave is like really pretty. I guess this is Nookgross, I would guess. But yeah, look very... Okay, Rosewood. Very interesting cave this, for completely frozen cave with like no light other than torchlight, but plants are growing in it. Very pretty. Right, here we go. Here's the maze now. Alright, fighting this guy as well. I'm sure the laser beam, these guys are always some of the toughest monsters to kill. I think in pretty much every Dragon Quest game, it's always a nightmare if you end up fighting these guys. That's probably why Dragon Quest XI had these as the monsters that came out if you fail to summon the metal slimes. When you do that pep-up ability thing. Jess hits hard. Again, her normal attack is like a lot of abilities where it's it hits the first enemy for the hardest and then the damage goes down from there. Cheeky level as well. We'll take that. I mean, we must be practically unkillable at this point in the game. What we go for? Go towards Omnihill. And we're nearly there as well. We've nearly got Mori with Kazing. Angelo can't be that far off Kazing. He gets it from levels as well. Where are we going towards? Yeah, I forgot in the last episode we do actually have the sarcastic laugh ability. Kind of forgot that while we were killing the bosses. That'll be good against another boss that's coming up soon as well. Right. Oh, there's the wolf. There's our first wolf. Do want to stop and get... Oh, ice is sliding. Do want to stop and get the chests on the way as well. I don't want to have to come back down here. Is that a little drip? Uh-oh. That might be the thumbnail right there. I quite like that one. But yes, there is a big stalactite problem in this cave. Is that the right word? What did my old humanities teacher used to say? Stalactites C for ceiling and stalagmites G for ground? That might be it. Well, that could be bollocks. I was a teacher myself for... Well, I was a trainee teacher for half... Well, it was the whole year, but I was very bad. I was not good at that job. Gotta find what you're good at, but that wasn't my thing at all. I'm very good behind the desk, not good in front of a class. There you go. That's life. Right. How much more rambling can we do before we get to the bottom of this? It's definitely a dangerous cave. It's how Merrick made it all the way down here, seemingly regularly makes it all the way down here on his own, is quite an impressive feat, really. He must have some sort of warrior ability about him. Right, we'll fight this guy. Frost Wyvern. Very good. Like Frost Wyvern, but not. We've really boosted our attack output as a group since getting those swords, and the whip. It's just Yangus we need a new weapon for. Is he still got the... He's still on the axe from Pickham, I think. They're just... Yeah, he is. Normal iron axe. I've not bothered to upgrade him, but... No, he'll get... He can get the best axe in the game a little bit later on. Oh dear, getting the wolf as well. It'll be a little way before we get there though. Right, now we're in proper trouble. Do I have... Oh yeah, I've got Zap. Zap hits every enemy as well, not just groups. And probably want something like this. I'm going to get the Hellhounds out. Okay, damage isn't bad. Again, we're practically invulnerable because of the liquid metal armor. It's like such a huge upgrade for everyone at this point in the game. It just doesn't... Well, it's a lot harder than I thought. It doesn't take that long to do in the 3DS version especially. Again, I think to get those 600,000 tokens it took me about half an hour, maybe not even that. Just by gambling and then every time you lose just restart save. It's... In the eyes of the game, I walked into the casino, placed 8 bets, won all of them, and then left and bought everything. Which is just a good laugh. Right, is there anything here at all? Chests? Or is this just the way forward? Was this isn't the way we came from, is it? Or we are going deeper. I think this is the right way, or this might be a way of a bonus. This might be the way we came from. No, okay, I think we are on the right track. I think we might have missed some treasures though. Oh well, not the end of the world, I'll get them eventually. This should be a proper 100% playthrough, this one. We'll have to go back and do all the photos and all the enemies we missed, but we should get everything. Fire? Seems to have been put out very recently. Okay, so maybe Marek was staying down here. Why was he resting in a place that's just full of monsters? Very peculiar. Right, I remember this bit. I think you have to go down the middle first and then knock all the ice spikes down. Why walking directly underneath them would trigger them to fall? I mean, it does do. Alright, they're both falling. Maybe he's just... I'm always thinking of the physics. Whether gameplay physics matches up with real life physics, but I guess just the sound waves when you walk in, or maybe the vibrations knocks them down. I remember these guys. These guys are in Dragon Quest IX. They feel a lot bigger in Dragon Quest VIII than they do in 9. I guess just because 9 couldn't really accommodate them. I don't know. Angelo hasn't really got a good ability that hits everyone yet. He's got good group abilities, but we've got Zap with me and then Boom or normal attack with Jess. We should use Boom actually, it's probably better. Yeah, it hits a lot less for the enemy last. Okay, there's you bounce thing. Oh dear, oh good. Oh dear. Okay, it doesn't take that much. I suppose it's because magic. No, liquid metal slime armor. I'm pretty sure that reduces spell damage by a lot. Oh no, I shouldn't use spell, should I? I can't remember by how much. A normal attack with Jess and a normal attack with Angelo. Because they're all using bounce now. It's quite cool in design as well, these enemies. Except the fact they're all dead. They look, I don't know, they look better in 8 than they do in 9, I think, just because they're bigger and just kind of more physically intimidating. Let's get everyone healed up. I mean, I'll spoil the fact that there's no boss as such at the end of this dungeon, so we should be pretty much all fine. Oh, we've come up here already. What am I doing? Have I come completely the wrong way? Oh no, it is up this bit, and then... Is that at all necessary, any of what we just did? I'm struggling, I'm losing my memory of how to navigate this place. Right, it is over that ice bridge that we made. Okay. Just try not to fall off. And then it's down from here. Right. My brain's just about kicked back into gear. And then down here again. I presume that bit at the top left of the map was... Oh, that looks cool. I presume that was just a way of chests that other way. I'll come back and get those eventually. I think, the fact, judging from the map, there's no more stairs. This should be the last little bit now. So we've got left or right. It's just a very cool design, this place. I mean, out of all the designs, I probably love the design of the Waterfall Cave the most, the very first dungeon we get. Just because I think water looks very cool. I think I mean that like very generally as well. Because like one of the best, I think, design places in Dragon Quest XI was the very first cave in the tour, where you can see all the water just like trickling down. It just looks really beautiful. And I think that's probably the same for Waterfall Cave as well. Well, to be fair, the best cave design in the game is the final one, without question, but we'll get there. We're way off yet. Right, there's our path. That must be the way across. And then down from here, and I think we have reached the bottom, pretty much. Let's chat to the party before we go in, because we haven't done in a while. I had to listen to me rambling instead. All my brains have got to waste. Indeed. Yeah, the Nook Grass is protecting us so far. Indeed, what is Marek doing on his own down here? Like, there's pretty tough enemies. We've only survived because of our ludicrous upgrades. But let's look over here. Hello? Oh dear.
Anybody there?
Nah, no one.
Help me! I am too cold. I cannot move. Help!
Oh, he saw through that ploy. Here we go. Sending Munchie through. I think... Is this the third time that Munchie's come out? Can we do anything? We can't warm him up with Munchie. Maybe we need to find a path. I think this is the third time. First in Jess's house, where Munchie goes through and grabs the letter somehow. And then again in Argonia, where he knocks the lizard on Prince Charmel's head. I think this is the third time. It's a shame you can't just roam the world as Munchie. It'd be incredibly slow. But then again, the game doesn't have a run button anyway, so... You can only come out in certain situations. There we go. Knock that down. Beautifully done, Munchie. Again, don't quite know physically how a little mouse has knocked down a massive stalactite. There we go. We should be able to cross now. We should be able to get to Marek ourselves. And help him somehow. Well, then again, Munchie can breathe fire. We know this from a previous episode. If you feed him cheese, if you didn't see that episode, if you feed him cheese, he uses a group fire attack. Munchie, that is. If you just use cheese as an item in battle. Which I don't think I knew about until probably about my 19th playthrough. I think there's like one little bit of dialogue. Not even like a story bit of dialogue, just speaking to Jess in a random place. Just in the overworld somewhere. She says something about our favourite little fire-breathing mouse. I thought, does he breathe fire? But yeah, feed him cheese as an item in battle and he does. It's very cool. Right, I think we are just about there. There we go. Dungeon complete, I think. Hello, Marek.
I am Marek, the herb doctor of Orkutsk. I was gathering herbs here in this cave when suddenly some wolves attacked me.
Yeah.
I panicked and ran deep inside. Then I got trapped by the falling icicles and could not get out.
Okay, so he didn't come here by choice. He didn't come all the way at the bottom by choice. He just ran it.
I am so cold. I have to find a way to warm up. What is that bag you have?
Yeah,
Did you get
Marta's
it
bag.
from an old babushka called Marta?
We did.
So, she asked you to bring it to me.
Yeah.
Can you open the bag for me?
Of course, man. Right, let's find the inventory. Is this going to be one of those things where you just have to speak to him again, or... No, okay, we've used Marta's bag.
Nook grass. I knew it. Dobroi. This will be perfect. Normally, we drink this diluted in tea, but now I must take it straight.
Go for it, bro. Let's see what happens. Hardcore. Oh god. He's breathed fire himself now. He's done a Munchie.
Ah, hey. So, Nook grass must always be diluted.
I think so.
At least it was not the powdered form. No one wants that up their nose.
A drugs reference? I'm not sure.
Anyway, now I am warm, that is for sure. Thank you. You have saved me, my friends.
No worries, man.
And she saved me too. Now I believe her old saying that there is no bad without good. But how could she have known this would happen? If you are going back to Orkutsk, perhaps we could travel together.
Of course, man.
Thank you. I am very grateful. If the wolves attack again, we are better to have safety in numbers.
I agree, and we are pretty much unkillable at this point in the game, so let's get out of here, and hopefully we can get him to safety. So how does he know Marta? He clearly knows about our old sayings. There we are, and uh-oh. The wolves are coming. What are these guys doing? Are they normal monsters?
Have they been waiting for me? There are so many of them. Be careful. These are no normal wolves.
So not normal monsters. Who sent them? Right. Alright, I think these are all in one group. Are they? Yeah, beautiful. Smash them up, no problem. Should we use Boom or... I haven't used Crackle yet. Let's go for that. And then Kaswoosh. Kaswoosh is devastating. This is the one of the abilities that Domenico gave Jess. 50 odd each. Pretty good. Kaswoosh is just a decimator at this point in the game. It's a shame it is a group spell and not an all-enemy spell. Nearly all gone, and then... Damn. One turn. Beautiful and simple. I'll turn the speed up thing off at some point.
Ha! Help me, friends!
Yeah.
Why do they come for me like this?
Bro, why were you not behind us?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
He is not the one. I sense Sage's blood, but it is not him. There must be another. We must find the chosen heir of the Sage.
What was that voice? And what does it mean by the chosen heir? I cannot understand. It cannot be real.
Not good at all. I mean, I think we're taking Marek back to... I can barely try. Doing that on a PS5 pad. Barely control the cursor. Let's return to Orkutsk. Right, let's go back to Marek's room in that case. So he's got Sage's blood, but he is not the one. Interesting. Would the same have been true for Jessica back in Alexandria? Because Alistair was the one there.
It is good to see you again, my friends. Thank you again for the before. Forgive me, but there is something I must discuss with you. It is a private matter, so let me tell you the details in my room.
Sounds a little bit different there. In a lot of the scenes that the 3DS version of the game added in, a lot of the voices do sound different. I think in most of them they used the same voice actor. For Jess they replaced her completely because she had a lot of new voice lines, and I guess the previous actress was unavailable for whatever reason, but yeah, in a lot of them they do sound different. There's a couple of ones with Angelo where he sounds different, we'll see later on. But here we are in Marek's room. Is Angelo in the background this time?
I must tell you about Marta.
Okay.
I did not mean to hide it. There was just no time to tell you before. She is my mother.
Uh-oh. So if he's got Sage's blood but he's not the one, does that mean Marta is the one?
I should be the one to take over from her. I should look after the ruin behind the house when she is gone. So, I suppose you wonder why I am living here. The truth is, I abandoned my home. And my mother, too.
Yeah.
She is a wise woman. I wanted to put all I had learned from her to good use. But I could not do that if I stayed in the mountains. So I made my decision to leave, and I came here to help the people of Orkutsk with my herbs. And I should be happy, because I have helped them very much. But still I am guilty for leaving my mother all alone.
I think he's a good guy. I think we can infer that much, but yeah, guilty.
Then, today, you appear, with a bag of herbs she sent to me. I cannot tell you how happy I am. It makes me feel that she has finally accepted the choice I made.
That's what parents are for. We always try to take care of our children and help them out if they're in a pickle. But I'm sure you didn't invite us here to tell us your life story. if I'm not mistaken, you have a favor to ask.
Gonna get...
Forgive me.
No, I thought that'd be a core blind method. It's
There's
not.
something that is worrying me about my mother. You heard it too. That strange voice when the wolves tried to attack me. It said something about me having the blood of a sage. But that I was not the one. That it must find the chosen heir. Well, an ancestor of mine was a sage.
Oh.
One of the sages that sealed away the Lord of Darkness. Now my mother and I are the only ones left from this bloodline. So, if I am not the heir, I am worried for her safety.
Yeah.
So, I have decided to visit her and see that she is all right. And this is where I must ask you a favor. Will you come with me? I am a little uneasy about going alone.
Absolutely. You need us there.
You will? Spasibo! Then we must hurry. We should leave at once.
Excuse me, Dr. Merrick, but there is a patient here to see you.
Yeah, that's the guy that was passed out and drinking.
It is madness. Drinking yourself into a stupor and passing out in the snow dressed like that. Of course you catch a cold.
Sorry, but I am in a hurry.
I feel terrible. So dizzy. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Do love a bit of over
I will
dramaticness.
see you. I have just gathered some herbs that will cure you quickly. I have no choice. Forgive me, but I must stay here for now. I
All right, man.
will come after you as soon as I can. Will you go on ahead to my mother's house? I hope that there will be no problem. But please, go and see that she is all right.
I will do, man. But first of all, just because I don't want to miss any, let's go at the spring. Let's see a good Medea scene. Here we are. I don't know which one we're going to get here. There's probably a few story ones to crack through. I don't think we're going to get a generic one because we've missed a few. I've not been coming here as often as I honestly usually do in my playthroughs. But as obviously, it'll probably be one about either Mori or Kashikari or coming into Orkutsk for the first time. Can't remember.
I have some good news.
Yes?
I've just turned 18. How about that?
Happy birthday. So there we go. Bit of a clues filled in. I mean, I revealed at the start of this playthrough that Medea was 17, and there you go. Now 18.
I had grass instead of birthday cake, though.
Oh.
I remember the first time you came to the castle. We were just 8 years old.
There you go.
It's hard to believe we've known each other for 10 years now. You were an orphan, so you lived in the castle. And in what seemed like no time, you worked your way up to Palace Guard.
So we saw in a book in Castle Trodane that Medea was actually the one that recommended us to Palace Guard. And I think she's going to admit that.
Actually, I have a secret. I recommended you for the position to my father.
There you go. Finally confessing.
It was a way to bring you closer to me, so we could spend more time together. And anyway, you deserved it. So, my brave palace guardsman, I'm counting on you to make sure I spend my next birthday as a human. I know you can do it.
Oh, fucking sweet, man. I do love it. I do love... I mean, not giving away anything just yet, but I do love a kind of a slow burner love story. Let's talk to the party, see what they think, and... yeah. I mean, I've probably seen these lines many times, but... yeah, Angela, you're just a creep. Princess seems to want to talk to you more than anyone. She's got a thing for you, I can tell it's so obvious. Betrothed. Okay, yeah, Trode's still not drinking from the spring water. Very interesting. What was I gonna... That was the time I came across when I was doing my favourite thing, which is looking at Percy Jackson fan artwork. Came across the term OTP, which I can't even remember what it stands for. It's something like time partner, like one-time partner or something. I can't quite remember, but for these characters, we can guess about who the OTPs are, which... Oh, it's not all-time partner, that doesn't fit. I can't really remember. Right, here we are back in Marta's cottage, and I mean the quiet, slow music has played, so it seems pretty peaceful. So, I mean, it seems fine from the outside. Let's just go inside and check that Marta is absolutely a-okay. Oh, shit. Oh, God. The house is overrun by wolves. Right, we're going to have to fight these guys one by one by the looks of it. And luckily, though, they've positioned themselves all in a group. So we don't have to worry about spells not hitting them. I think Caesar was the other one that Domenico unlocked within GS. We use that. I mean, we don't need all of these spells, but we might as well, given that they're calling for backup. Only a few hits and they should all be down. How the hell did the wolves get in here anyway? The door was shut. They must have come into the house and then shut the door on their own. How the hell did they do that? They've not damaged anything by the looks of it, although to what extent that's just because they couldn't be bothered to draw any more artworks for this place. Or if the wolves are just... Unless the wolves are like Dormagus and Evil Jessica. They don't... If they're anything like their predecessors... I mean, these guys are clearly working for Leopold, and therefore Rapthorn. Are they only going into a place to kill the person they came to kill? Because, I mean, none of Dormagus' murders, there were no, like, damage at the scene, there was no robbery of any kind. It was just a murder, and then he was out. So, I mean, maybe the Hellhounds are doing the same thing. I keep meaning to say Domenico, but Leopold, the dog with the scepter, has clearly got them under his control. There's a few more in here as well. I don't know if you actually have to kill them all to progress with the story, but... I mean, we're looking for Marta, so... We're looking in every room. Same spells again. I'm surprised these don't drain more of our MP. This was just only 8. Very little given Angelo's max. Couldn't be too much trouble. I mean, I think we're expecting to be fighting Leopold at the end of this place, but... I mean, if he's anything like Dormagus, he's got a good chance of escaping us. So we do need to hunt him down and stop him from getting away, because... I mean, Dormagus had the ability in the Myla Abbey. He flew out of the window and then flew away. And we know he's got the ability to walk over the ocean, so... Does Leopold have the ability to get away like that as well? I mean, we also saw in the bottom of the Dark Ruins that Dormagus was able to grow wings, using his kind of true power of the scepter. Hopefully, I keep saying Domenico, hopefully Leopold doesn't have the same power. Right, is Marta going to be back in here somewhere? She said she got in an old ruin behind the house. She's down there? No, looks like she's growing herbs down there, but we can see Boris. What's that? Oh dear. I mean, we can easily beat these guys, but...
Harry, down here.
Where? Uh-oh. Well, there's Marta. We found her. She's alive. Hasn't been killed yet. Right, we're ready to fight. Oop. Okay, we are shielded in. We're safe here.
They cannot hurt us in here.
Beautiful.
Evil cannot penetrate the barrier.
The barrier? One of Domenico's, is it? They are indeed those ones. Kind of evil. Okay. Boris? Yeah, you don't speak human. Right, let's have a look at some of these. Imperial watches over us from on high. Look to her if evil rears its ugly head again. Well, who is Imperial? Evil has wreaked its ugly head again, so... Godbird Imperial travels between worlds. It's warned by the threat posed by the Lord of Darkness. Well, where is she then? We're facing a very prominent threat from the Lord of Darkness. I'm one of the 7 sages. Ooh. With the Godbird Imperial's help, we were able to steal away the Lord of Darkness. His shadow may rise again to darken the world once more. Hey, we're getting some clues. These 7 sages pledged to stand and fight alongside her. We're able to fashion the magical scepter. Ah, a scepter with the power to imprison the Dark Lord's evil soul. Yay, so the scepter was originally good, but it was used to trap Rapthorn's soul, so it became evil. Godbird is located in a far-flung corner of the world, surrounded by treacherous cliffs that none may approach. First, search for a sea chart. Follow the light. Well, that doesn't help us here very much. Marta? We did. We gave Merrick the bag of herbs. He is coming here. Oh yeah. That's going to be a problem. Uh-oh.
What was that noise?
Oh shit. That sounds like a big fire.
I have a very bad feeling about this. Something is terribly wrong.
I agree. What's it gonna be? I mean, that looks a lot more orange tinted than it did before. Let's get straight out there and... Yep. The whole house is on fire. And is that... Okay, that's Leopold. And he's got... Marek.
Forgive me. I was coming after you when I was attacked by this dog.
You again. You have a tiresome habit of appearing at the most inopportune moments.
So I think this is 100% Rapthorn's voice now, given that Leopold cannot talk.
But I don't have the time to waste on the likes of you. Heir of the Sage, show your face and accept your fate.
I think we know that's Marta now.
And condemn your own flesh and blood. Defy me, and your son will die.
Mama, stay inside. If you come out, he will attack. Stay inside.
He's coming out.
Well, what a surprise! I come out to find the one who taunts me is a dog. But you are not just a dog. I can smell it. I can smell the evil that tells me who you really are.
We're in a standoff. None of these have gone well in the past. 5 murders have happened already, none of which we were able to save at all. Got a bad feeling about this.
If you know who I am, you must know what I want. Come quietly, and I promise a quick and painless demise.
Ha! Release him first, then we will talk.
Marta is tough, man. Is she gonna win the demand? No.
No position to make demands. Be quiet and come to me.
Oh, yeah. You reason like the monstrous beast you are.
Trouble is, I think Leopold's just gonna kill Marek as well, because he's got the blood of the Sage in him, even if he isn't the chosen heir. This isn't good.
Very well. I will go to you.
Marta, no. What's that? Oh my god, she had the ultimate key. What the fuck?
Farewell, my friends. Remember, together it is possible to break even an elm. Together, you can overcome even the strongest evil.
Together. Got it. No, she's going over to him. This isn't going to end well.
You choose wisely. In you, the blood of the sages has found a true heir. Such a pity that I must spill it.
Such a pity, catchphrase continues.
But there is nothing to fear. Your son will be following you before long.
Knew it. He was lying.
So that was your plan. But the scythe has hit the stone. You are wrong if you think an old babushka like me has no fire left in her.
Oh, what is that? Oh dear. She's blinded him.
My eyes!
Well, you like my nook powder? Go, Boris! Hurry!
Little moments like this in cutscenes where I wish they'd be a bit quicker so it matched up with the pace, but there we go. Marek's safe.
You.
Is Marta going to get clear as well? No. No, she's not. She's down. And that is murder number 6. He's killed 6 of the 7 sages. He's nearly there. We couldn't stop him.
Some old hag trying to cheat me of my destiny. My eyes, my eyes! But now, only one seal remains. Just one more. When the last heir's blood is spilt, my spirit will finally be free of this scepter.
Uh-oh. What is he doing? Is he psyching up? Oh shit. He's grown wings. He's turned just how Dormager's turned. Is he... Don't fly away. No.
Stop where you are! You aren't getting away this time!
I think he is. We can't fly, Jess. Oh dear. And now the wolves are after us. I don't think that could have gone much worse, to be honest. I mean, other than the fact that Marta managed to save Marek, that did not really go well at all. And we just stood there as well. We didn't even jump in. There's no real, like, story explanation as to why we couldn't attack or fight there, but Leopold won that one. Marta is 100% dead. So that is 6 out of 7 sages dead, or heirs to the sages dead. And we couldn't save any of them. Like, we couldn't do anything. And we are, in terms of, like, what the story sets you out to do, what your objectives are, we are failing so badly. Like, we couldn't stop Dormagus before he committed, what, 4 murders? And then Leopold's now done 2. And, like, we failed to stop all of them. Alright, we fended off the wolves. It looks like the rest are retreating, but Leopold... Evil Sir Leopold. He's just gone. And we can't do anything to chase up to him. We can't fly. Okay, the wolves have gone at least, so now it's just... Eric's alive.
Mama? Mama! Mama! No! If only I had not let that dog capture me. I thought I could finally make things up to you. This is all my fault.
This game is so heavy, man. 6 deaths, 6 murders, none of which we saved.
That evil dog flew off to the east, yes?
East.
East. I think the Lord High Priest's island is to the east.
Okay.
Oh, yo. You say you have been chasing this dog. You must not give up. We cannot allow another life to be sacrificed like my mother's. You must find him and defeat him.
Believe me, his list of crimes needed no addition to persuade us of that. But what are we supposed to do now? We finally catch up with the fiend, and he flies off. How can we possibly hope to follow?
Well, blimey? No.
That is it! Imperia!
Hey?
If the enemy can fly, then you need to fly too. You must enlist the help of the god bird, Imperia. There are monuments about her in the shrine inside this ruin. It is written on them how she fights against evil. If anyone can help you in this battle, I am certain that Imperia can.
Okay. Right, we'll have a look at these shrines then. I mean, we've read them all earlier, so I'll flick through them, but yeah, it definitely looks like we need the help of Imperia. I mean, the shrines said that... Find the sea chart. Okay, that might be the only one we need to read. Does it work if it lets me run out? Doesn't look like it. Right, let's just read them all and then see what happens. And that's all of them, and hopefully that should get the scene we need now. Yep.
It was disappointingly inconclusive. We have no idea where the sea chart is, for one thing. Still, chin up. All we can do now is head east after that pesky hound.
I think you're right, sir. That is all we can do. But, I mean, I think it's on a bit of a sour note, but I think we will leave it there for this episode. So in the next one, we will head off in search of this sea chart, and I'll see you then. Peace.